I'm with Ivor Ichikowitz from the Paramount Group. Ivor's been recognised as one of the most not just one of the most, the top 100 influential people from Africa, and does a great job actually selling it as well as selling the defence business around the world. Ivor, welcome.
It's good to be talking to you at a real live event after some time. It's nice to be actually in front of human beings for a change.
Now, we've certainly felt it, I know, in Europe and here in the Middle East and in South Africa, I think, being hit by COVID has been really quite difficult. How's it been for Paramount Group and how's it been for the defence industry generally in Africa?
South Africa's coped with COVID reasonably well, but I must be honest, it's been very difficult for us as an organisation. We went through a long period of time where we were shut down completely. Our production facilities then started on low-rate production, and it really is difficult in the defence industry where business development is face-to-face. You're physically producing things in highly sophisticated manufacturing environments. You can't do all of this stuff virtually, so it's not been easy, and I'll be honest with you, I don't want to repeat the last year for anything in the world. It's not been fun at all. But our customers need us. They need what we produce. Insurgents, terrorists, the bad guys don't think COVID affects them. So the reality is that there is a pent-up demand, and we're very optimistic about the future of the industry and the future of the business.
Now, something I'm very impressed with is the reach of Paramount. I mean, we've seen you and yourself with the businesses you're involved with and the Paramount Group really stretching out around the world. And can you just tell us some of the sort of programs that Paramount produces?
So Paramount today truly is a global business. We are very proud of our African roots. We have learned a huge amount from our African partners and our African customers, and today we work in more than 30 countries in Africa. What we've learned from our African partners is how to produce or how to create technology that is world-class and make it available affordably. Now, in a post-COVID world, affordability is everything, and cost of operation is everything. In harsh African conditions, we've had to produce product that has a very light logistics footprint, product and equipment that is cheap to purchase or low cost to purchase and very cheap to operate. And now the rest of the world is identifying exactly that requirement, and that's what's allowing us to expand into Central Asia, into Europe, and into the United States. It's an exciting place to be because suddenly the African experience is being acknowledged as having some value to the rest of the developed and developing world. And we're perfectly positioned to do that. It's what Paramount's been doing for the last 28 years, and it's what we plan to continue to do for the next 100 years.
I'd like to talk about a specific program, something that we've been very interested in for a time, and that's Maori. You know, you're up in the air with that. Obviously, you must have hit a wall with the COVID, but where are we with the program?
This is, in our opinion, one of the most exciting light aircraft programs in the world today. The aircraft has matured to a point where we are now in commercial production of the aircraft, and not many aircraft programs in the world go from concept through development into full-scale production. We're there. So we will have real customer aeroplanes flying in the next couple of months. The aeroplane has also evolved into a niche which is, again, in serious demand around the world. Air forces, militaries around the world require find, fix, and finish capability that is not only highly capable, but also very cost-effective to operate. And we're today producing an aircraft that can be purchased cost-effectively and operated for less than $1,000 an hour. So it's a complete game changer. As the aeroplane has evolved, we've also identified a huge range of sensors that can be plugged into the aeroplane literally on a open source basis. So to reconfigure this aeroplane, it takes literally hours. Any other aeroplane would require STCs and all kinds of sophisticated re-engineering and redesign. We need none of that. So we can give our customers an aeroplane where they have a single platform that can be whatever it needs to be 5 times a day. It can be an observation aircraft in the morning, it can be an EW aircraft at lunchtime, and it can be a full fighter by the afternoon. And there's nothing else in the world that can do that. So again, very exciting program, and we see massive international demand. We just now need to get out in front of customers and get this thing sold.
Now, one thing that is quite interesting, and you touched on it about the global reach that you have, is kind of the way people look at Africa. And I mean, you've done an incredible job, if you like, as an ambassador for the whole of the African continent. But can we talk about that human capital, the training that goes on in order to make sure that you are developing world class? How's that happening, and is it happening right across Africa?
Everybody thinks of Africa as being a wealthy continent because it has gold and it has platinum and it has silver and it has other commodities. That's not the whole story. The real wealth of Africa is in its people. And we have this incredible range of human capital on the African continent that is going to prove to be one of the biggest ways for Africa to present itself to the international community. Today, education, training, jobs on the continent are its biggest challenge. But this is slowly changing. This is slowly evolving and changing every single day. Everybody told us that we need to get out of Africa as quickly as possible, because in the very near future, all of our human capital will have retired and moved on to other things, and we won't have any people. Well, nothing could be further from the truth, because sure, as our traditional labor pool is shrinking because of age, there is this young, dynamic, energetic bunch of Africans that are coming to the fore and allowing us to continue to do what we do. Today, we have Africans working all around the world for Paramount, training other nationals in our portable production model. You know, as we emerge as a global player, everybody says to me, when are you leaving Africa? Well, we're never leaving Africa. Why are we never leaving Africa? Because one of the issues that I have on my agenda is to prove that an African organization can become global and always keep its African roots. So right now, we're very active in South Africa. We have manufacturing, support, maintenance, and other operations right through the continent. We're training Africans from every walk of life in 11 different countries, and we're having a lot of fun doing it, and the Africans that we're working with are getting huge benefit from it. The African economies are getting benefit from it, and we're only seeing good stuff.
And finally, the thing that also fascinates me is acquisitions, because I know you're getting involved in a number of different organisations, Burnham being one example. Just talk a bit about Burnham and that work, because that's a Dubai company. What are you doing there?
So the strategic stake that we've taken in Burnham is all about skills development. Burnham is a very capable organisation with experience all over the world, and the key role is to support Paramount to create training and skills-related programs so that as we transfer technology around the world, we're also able to promote and create capability in each country, indigenous capability, to train human capital. You can have the most sophisticated military equipment available that money can buy, and if you can't operate it, if you don't know how to use it, you can't use it effectively. So we realize that we have an obligation to our customers to supply the best equipment that's available in the world, to make it affordable, and to leave behind the capability to operate it. And it's through acquisitions of organizations like Burnham that we broaden our skill and capability to be able to do that. Burnham is a UAE company. It operates around the world, and we will be making other acquisitions on a similar basis around the world as we expand.
Ivor, I can see why you are voted one of the most influential people in Africa, and thank you so much for sharing that with us today.
You're very kind. Thank you.